Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's May 6, 2025. Earlier today, I went ahead and did a garden update and went around, and one of the things we discovered were some of the rodents, squirrels, chipmunks, mice. I'm not really sure who was getting in and eating the chestnuts and the almonds and hazelnuts. Dug a lot of them up, chewed quite a few up. So what I ended up doing was making these hardware cloth little caps for the units. Now, these are still not rodent proof yet, but and it should allow, it'd be great to be able to tie some paracord or some twine. The trick will be seeing with the collapse of the building where we can find our paracord. I don't remember where it is. It's in one of the buildings. But anyways, one of the things I did do in order to make this, we bought 100 foot of 4 foot wide, 1/2 inch hardware cloth, and it's a galvanized metal, so it's resistant to rust. It's not rust proof, but it's resistant, so it really does last quite a while. The gauge of the material is pretty light. It's the standard hardware cloth that you'd pick up. I can't remember what the gauge is, but what I ended up doing was laying it down on the floor out over there in the concrete. I cut a board that's 6 foot long, and I use that as my length. So each one of these pieces are 6 foot long and 4 foot wide. And then what I did do, once I got several of them cut that were 6 foot long, I grabbed one of our pallets, because these IBC cages, these are 275 gallon IBC totes that I went ahead and cut down for the various, growing some of our seedlings and all. And so these are about the size of a pallet. They're about 47.5 inches long and about 41.5 inches wide, which is about the size of a standard pallet. They all range a little bit. But then what I did, so I had that 6 foot by 4 foot section of hardware cloth that I had cut. I inverted it so that it wouldn't curl up on me, because it's going to retain the memory of the roll when you unroll it. So I inverted it so it would curl down, and of course that wouldn't happen. Then I went and found a pallet that was about the same size as this, laid it on top of there, and then I trimmed. I cut all 4 corners so that I could fold in the sides. So I folded these sides here, and I just used my hammer to bend it to conform to the pallet shape on both sides, just like this. I cut it in this section here, and then I just folded it around, and that should work fairly well. These ones would be better where you got a few inches where all of them can get a good chance to come up before. This isn't as great a deal, but last year it worked out fine for our hazelnuts. And you can see, whoop, sorry about the camera there. Go around here again. See what we can do. So you can see someone's been exploring down in this IBC tote. And I may make a few more of these, but I've got to finish this stuff over in the greenhouse. So I made those panels. Well, what I did do is I repurposed windows from the aviary that I took apart last week, and took those panels, and they was loaded with ants, lots of flying ants in there as well. And I stripped those apart, removed the cloth, like a nylon netting that was there, but a very compliant, which was very good for the birds. If they ever bumped into the wall or whatnot, it would keep them from damaging their feathers and all. So I removed all of that material. Then I laid down the hardware cloth on top of it and put a 2x3 around the perimeter of it. Now those sections I will end up, I'm not going to do it today, but I will end up, and I'll try to record it, I'll take those panels and put them around the tree tube seeds that are started over in the greenhouse. So there's a lot of pawpaws, and I think some shagbark hickory over there. There may be chestnuts over there as well. Thea planted those and all. So that's one of the things that will come up in a future video. But I just wanted to show you what we were doing here. There'll be some time lapse of that process going on. And the other thing I did find my short spade shovel, so that's great. Oh, and it's been raining on and off, but it's let up, and it looks like I've got an hour of time before a big thunderstorm comes through, about an hour. So hopefully that'll work out. So one of the things I'm going to do, Thea and Sabrina were able to pot up all of those raspberry plants that I dug up from this row over here. So I thought I'd take another hit at it today, see if I can get some of these dug up, get them into the little green gorilla cart, and bring it over for Thea. Now this thing, after they transplanted them yesterday, we had several inches. The water level was up to here and here. That's how much rain we got since yesterday. So it's just, the property's just soaked here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do some time lapse down in here, and then I'll probably touch base with you afterwards as well. So wish me luck. We can get some more of these plants up before the big torrential downpour comes.
There'll be days when the sky turns gray, when the wind howls loud and the light slips away. But deep in your chest there's a steady flame, a quiet strength they can't ever name. They'll tell you to quit, say you're not enough, try to break your will when the road gets rough. But you've walked through storms, stood through the rain, you're still standing, still in the game. Never let the fire die inside you, never let them steal your light. Even when the world tries to blind you, you hold on, you fight your fight. You're made of more than what they see, forged in truth. You're wild and free. Never let the fire die inside you. You're strong. Remember that, believe. There's a voice in your heart that won't be still. It's the echo of dreams and unshaken will. You've come too far, you've bled too true to let the weight of doubt bury you. The scars you wear are your battle marks, proof you stood tall in the cold and the dark. You didn't break when the night closed in, you found your power deep within. Never let the fire die inside you, never let them steal your light. Even when the world tries to blind you, you hold on, you fight your fight. You're made of more than what they see, forged in truth. You're wild and free. Never let the fire die inside you. You're strong. It's not in the winds, it's not in the ease, it's rising each time you fall to your knees. The soul that endures, the heart that won't bend, that's where true stories begin. Never let the fire die inside you, never let your spirit break. There's power in each breath you're breathing, there's purpose in the steps you take. You're the spark that lights the dark, a blazing soul, a burning mark. Never let the fire die inside you. You are strong, and that's your heart. I don't speak a lot, I don't make a fuss, but I see the cracks in the things we trust. I hear the silence behind your smile, and I've walked alone with my thoughts a while. I catch the glance when the room goes cold, the stories you hide but never told. You think I'm quiet, just drifting through, but every detail sticks like glue. I don't speak a lot, but I notice everything. Side to the songs you sing, I see who stays and who walks away, who shows up real and who just plays. The truth hides in the smallest things. I don't speak a lot, but I notice everything. I've watched the strong ones start to shake, and the liars smile like they never break. I've seen hands held and others let go, and I've learned more than I'll ever show. I read between lines that were never said, read. The world's a book most skim right through, but I keep notes on what is true. I don't speak a lot, but I notice everything. The shift in tone, the weight it brings. I see the pride that hides the pain, and who shows up in the driving rain. The quiet keeps what loud hearts flame. I don't speak a lot, but I notice everything. You don't have to shout for me to hear. I feel your joy, I feel your fear. And though I stand back still and small, don't think I'm not taking in it all. I don't speak a lot, I don't make a fuss, but I see the cracks in the things we trust. I hear the silence behind your smile, and I've walked alone with my thoughts a while. I catch the glance when the room goes cold, the stories you hide but never told. You think I'm quiet, just drifting through, but every detail sticks like glue. I don't speak a lot, but I notice everything. I don't speak a lot, but I notice everything. He fell face down in the dirt again. Tired hands, worn boots, and a busted chin. Laughed at by the crowd, left out in the cold. But there's something in him that won't let go. They called him crazy, said, son, give it up. But he kept showing up, kept calling their bluff. You don't get strong without breaking apart, and you don't get far without a stubborn heart. A winner's just a loser who kept on trying, who took all the hits but kept on rising. Blood on his knuckles, dirt in his teeth, still chasing the dream no one else could see. It ain't about luck, it's about holding on. Yeah, a winner's just a loser who wouldn't be gone. He failed 100 times or more, learned what not to do behind every closed door. But every no just made him believe that the world still had one yes up its sleeve. He worked in the shadows while others slept, stacked bricks of mistakes till he built his step. He didn't wait for fate to arrive, he built his wings just to learn to fly. A winner's just a loser who kept on trying, who took all the hits but kept on rising. Blood on his knuckles, dirt in his teeth, still chasing the dream no one else could see. It ain't about luck, it's about holding on. Yeah, a winner's just a loser who wouldn't be gone. Counted out, pushed to the side, but the fire inside is your reason why. Keep getting up even when you're beat. Victory's found in the worst of defeat. 'Cause a winner's just a loser who kept on standing, took the long road with no one hand and a single free mile or an easy break. He built his name with every mistake. So if you're down now, don't think you're done. A winner's just a loser who kept holding on. Yeah, a winner is just a loser who never let go, never stopped trying.
Digging up the raspberry plants worked out pretty well. I'll show you what I got. It's pretty hot and muggy out right now. Not sure how soon that rainstorm's going to come through. Doppler made it look like it was going to be any minute now, but it doesn't look that bad, and I don't hear any thunder yet. So here's some of the raspberries in the gorilla cart. You can see real nice roots on them. Really hard, you know, you really need good soil in order to dig up the roots, and so that they're going to be really good, viable, take right off and all. And so This is the aisle I did yesterday here, and this is the aisle that I've been working on. There's a little more to do up there at the other end up there, and I still have to prune, but I got to find my cles. Hopefully it isn't destroyed. Fingers crossed. And then when I finish that up tomorrow, I'll try and finish this up as well. And then I got some serious pruning to do around here, and more weeding. Yeah, I got some serious weeding to do as well. So, but I gotta say, I love seeing the dandelions out. I know lots of people hate the dandelions. Now, in the garden, I do pull them out, but I absolutely love them because that's some of the best food for the honeybees out there right now. And now we're starting to get a little sprinkle, so I'm getting this done just in time. So, more raspberry primocanes extracted. We'll see if they can pot those up. I know she's got appointments this afternoon and all, and or this evening rather, and I think that's about it. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and if you find this of any value or entertainment, please give us a thumbs up and consider sharing it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Who knows what will come next on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care. Bye bye now.